welcome to the Women in Leadership Body, Mind, Soul, and Business podcast. I'm Carly.
And I'm Heather. Together, we are working to connect women in leadership and business to build relationships and empower each other, improving the health and wellness of our community, body, mind, and soul, sharing the heart and soul of who we are and what we do.
Today's guest comes from a highly motivated corporate background, but when the world changed, so did her life. And she has thrived doing what she loves and sharing that with others. Her ability to make crafting fun for all ages, as well as support small businesses by making handmade gifts for clients, is simply amazing. For her second time here with us, please welcome back to the table, Deana Haslock. Thank you, Deana, for joining us again today.
Hey, how are you guys again? It's nice to be back.
Thank you so much. We're doing pretty good today.
We're doing, yeah. So you have some really exciting things going on in your business. Take a couple minutes and, kind of go over what it is you do and tell us about these really exciting things you have coming up.
Sure, absolutely. I'm Deana. My business, we have Craft and Craft. We do local craft classes, which are fun little craft and sips, get together with your friends, pretty laid back. We supply everything you need to create a really awesome custom gift or something to keep for yourself at the end. But we also do custom crafts. So small businesses or large businesses can order anything, really. If you can dream it up, we can make it. Right now I'm working on some Valentine gifts, and I did a whole bunch of Christmas gifts for different people, real estate closings for the clients, closing gifts. Those are a lot of fun. And then we also do private parties where we come to your house with your group of friends or wherever you're having your get together. And we bring everything that you would need to put together and do a team building exercise or just a fun night with your girls. So many different options, but we've been working hard on our website lately and making it more accessible to be able to do like take home gifts or order things to be shipped to you. And we'll be expanding into like other markets to be able to put it out there soon. So that's exciting. But all the behind the scenes work that goes into a small company, we were talking about earlier, it's there's a lot to it. What's the box going to be like that it ships in? You have to have that down. How much is it going to weigh before you can advertise it? So, it's really fun and exciting.
That is, we have guest Susan Otten coming back tomorrow. And that's her specialty is shipping and scaling to ship.
Nice.
And like getting you through the scaling and like how to pick the package to the, like that next level, like where it gets a little scary and, when you're stepping into
that's exciting.
That's where she helps people with, and she's going to be on tomorrow.
Oh,
that's so cool.
That's quite exciting.
We didn't plan that.
Wait a second here.
Again, this is all part of this community building and bringing people to our table and sharing knowledge with each other, right? Because we don't have to do it alone. We don't have to do every single part of our business, right?
No, it'd be impossible.
It would be impossible.
You can't know everything.
And your vision would have to be so small if you were going to do it all,
right?
And I don't know about you, but I keep being called to a bigger vision, make bigger, dream bigger, grow more, right?
More.
This
definitely.
I don't know. Last week she's like, so we're adding a podcast. I'm like, you know what? That means I have to recode everything. Right?
I was like, I didn't mean to. I was like, it's Mindset Monday. We'll just throw it in there.
It's fine.
Call it Mindset Monday.
No big deal. It'll be fine.
So it's gonna be fine. It's just,
yes.
Okay, well, that adds another couple hours of work to my plate. Thanks. But it's so worth it though, right? The things we bring to the table, the joy that we bring within our own business, that imagination and that growth is so important and so valuable, and that's what makes women in business really shine.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Yes.
So Deana,
Yes.
exciting events
Yes.
and things coming up. Tell us what's going on.
Well, we've got some classes coming up tonight. We're doing a really great class. Those growth charts that you can measure your kids on, and everyone does it on their wall. Well, then you have to move, or people smudge the wall, or what do you do? So this is like it attaches to the wall where you can measure your kids as they grow, and everyone gets to make their own, which is fun. And a lot of kids are coming to class with their moms. So this is going to be a really fun, involved class. And these kids are going to be making their own growth charts that they're going to grow up on. So it's going to be really a cool treasure for the parents to have. And yeah, so we've got those coming up. We've got these fun conversation heart mugs where you get to make your own, the conversation hearts, like, I love you, be mine. I'm talking about the little candy guys.
Yeah.
So on these coffee mugs, you get to make your own sayings. So some of them have been like nice bud, or thank you.
Right?
Swipe left was one of them. I was laughing pretty hard. So that's fun. I know.
I love it.
It's been a lot of fun. But then we also, she's like, that's my new favorite.
That's fabulous. Oh my gosh.
So we also got into craft fairs, and I'm really excited, and we're going to reveal it soon. So follow us on Facebook or my website to see the big reveal. But we're going to do a lot of really fun new things that you can order online or come to the different craft fairs that are locally to get, because it's kind of fun to get out there and meet these other small businesses, because at the other craft fairs, you've got other people who are doing different things. I mean, everything from Tupperware to someone that does custom portraits of these people, but they're all out there struggling and, trying to make it happen, make their business grow. And it's really kind of cool to be surrounded by all these people and then meet the members of the community who are interested in it. Like maybe they're not crafters, but they're interested in crafting, so
Right.
it's a creative minds group,
And I didn't even think about that piece of going to craft fairs, because I always loved to go to craft fairs. And it wasn't so much for the people coming to the craft fair, but to meet all the different vendors. And I never even really thought about that. Was a form of networking. Wow. Okay. No wonder why I love craft fairs, right?
There's so much fun.
Boy.
Yeah, and everyone just wants to talk. And so it's just a lot of fun. And it's just good exposure too. I met so many really neat people. I had people sign up for my classes just by meeting them at the craft fair, and then now they come to classes all the time, and I know their stories, and they've brought their children, and it's really neat.
You've grown your personal community by doing these. That's so cool, right?
That is very cool. That is very cool. We love what you're doing. We have your website link and Facebook link, I believe, in the description and in the comments.
Okay,
so you
It's
guys
over
can
there.
find her really easy.
So follow her to
cool.
make sure you find out about those craft fairs.
Yeah, that sounds so fun. Okay.
Yeah.
And one other big news that I actually haven't announced to anybody yet is that charcuterie board that we talked about on the last one, that everyone's dying for it to come back. We're going to be doing that class. I just put it on my website right before the podcast, so March 1st.
So if you are listening,
well, you can
right now, you can join that
Right
class.
now.
That class is gonna sell out. It is gonna
sell out fast.
So
It
you
sold out.
guys, I have goosebumps.
Someone's been curing for like 3 months, so it's finally ready. I went out, looked at it, and sanded one down, and it's perfect. It's beautiful.
Oh, that's so exciting. Oh.
And that's another thing I love about your crafts. You guys literally, for these charcuterie boards, you start with a log.
A tree.
You,
A tree.
Have a tree.
And you literally like
My loving husband dropped the tree.
yeah. And then, you guys painstakingly, cut the tree cookies, you call it baking cookies. And I think that's adorable.
Yes.
I love it. Oh my gosh.
Baking cookies with the husband tonight, and you see him in the wood shop making mess. But
I loved the tip where you said that you guys figured out how to connect your AirPods so that you could both listen to the same music.
So we were listening to the same music.
So you're
It's
like
kinda
really
nice.
jamming out, but you're, safety, like that's so
Right?
cool. Like,
It's funny what happens to date night when you have a small company. Everything changes to what you're doing. So I'm no longer really going out. I'm like, ooh, we're going to the wood shop. We're going to the wood shop.
You all get excited about going and working on something together.
Yeah.
And I totally get that because that's
I know.
exactly how I spend time with my husband on the weekends is we're working on projects together.
She's always in her cute overalls. Like, I'm like, oh, we're working in the shop.
Yep,
You look
working
cute. Look at you all cute in your overalls.
Mhm. So
Anyway.
one thing, like if you were in a place, in that place where you had to make a decision to go left or right, and you decided to go left instead of continue on that right hand
You
path.
swiped right or left.
You swiped left on life, right?
Sorry.
When you are in that point where you're making a decision, like what you did, stay in the corporate world or have family time, doing this wonderful craft business, what did that feel like to you to
make
change direction,
to make that
change?
decision?
It's a big one, but it was there and I couldn't stop thinking about it. And I couldn't stop thinking about it. And everything, the pandemic kind of just changed everything, made you slow down and made you think. It really made you think, what am I going to do now? Okay, so what am I going to do now? And then it felt like jumping off a diving board. It's really what it felt like. And I was like, that very first time you jump off a diving board, that's water down there. You're going to be okay. You think, because you've never done it, right? Mm-hmm. So yeah, I really felt like that because, I was like, do I just dip my toe in this? And I was like, no, I don't think so. So I just
dove
all in.
I always envision it like
that's how it has to be.
Like jumping off of cliff jumping like into water.
Yeah.
Like I'm either going to soar or I'm going to land in the water and it's going to be okay. I'm going to come back up, right? Like just taking that leap and just doing it.
I think that's a great metaphor. Life is your springboard, right?
Yeah, life is your springboard.
And I love that. Okay.
I like that.
Right? I love that. Okay, we have a really great meditation for you guys today from Meditations from the Mat by Rolf Gates and Katrina Kensington. We are on day 24 today. So if you are seated, sit up nice and tall and comfortable. If you're driving, please do not close your eyes. Let's take a few deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Continue the breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Day 24. The only true currency in this bankrupt world is the truth that we share with one another when we are being uncool. Line from the movie Almost Famous. This line from Almost Famous represents two profoundly beautiful and ordinary aspects of satya. Letting go of pretense and telling the truth about ourselves to another human being. Haven't we all had those moments of startling honesty when we connected to the currency of sharing the truth without pretense? On a long bus ride with a stranger, perhaps, or under the stars on a summer night, or at the sickbed of a loved one, or every once in a while in therapy. These are holy moments. As we come out of hiding and allow ourselves to simply be truthful with another human being without trying to be cool. As we come to see yoga playing at the edges of our lives, satya dancing across a movie screen, ahimsa, nonviolence, debated on the front page of the New York Times. We come to understand the idea of polytheism. We may attach all sorts of labels to our beliefs and worship and practice in different ways. Yet we can recognize satya as divine energy, whose will is enacted in our lives individually and collectively. The power of the moment we share with a fine actor on the big screen was brought to us by the smiling goddess Satya. I'm going to read that quote one more time. The only true currency in this bankrupt world is the truth that we share with one another when we are being uncool? Thoughts, ladies? Deana?
I think that's really neat because it's kind of like, you know, when you're not so concerned about what everybody else is thinking about you and you just are who you are. That's the reality of the real world.
Right,
Not
and
so worried about being cool.
it takes a lot to be comfortable enough in yourself to be honest and truthful 100% of the time, no matter who you're with, no matter where you're from. And we try really hard to bring our authentic voice to you guys. We try really hard to be honest and open and truthful and authentic.
I know that that's been really hard for me in the past. Like, you know how you can show up in certain crowds, or how, you know, your grandparents' friends need you to behave, right?
Right.
And you have to put on that mask, and then like finding like who is your true self within that, so that you're not like being fake.
Right.
Pretty much.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
And it's okay to be who you are.
Absolutely. And if you're not comfortable with it, that's when other people are uncomfortable with it. It's important that you are comfortable in your own skin and with what you are inside that skin.
Right.
I'm seeing Julia Roberts from Pretty Women, where she's got like all the kinds of eggs, and she's trying each kind of egg so she can decide what kind of eggs she likes.
Because she doesn't know.
Like, getting to know yourself, like that's what it is. You know, you're trying out a bunch of things and figure out what it is you like or don't like.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Be truthful and honest with yourself so that you can be truthful and honest with other people. Because if you lie to yourself, that's not helping you or anybody else.
Oh yeah. No, you'll never be happy.
Right?
Yeah.
And in my younger years, I used to lie to myself all the time.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Before you really figure out who you are. It's so, oh gosh, everyone's like, oh, if I could go back to my youth. I'm like, I don't think so.
Like, it was awful.
I don't want to learn all those lessons again. No.
I thought I have the knowledge I have now.
Can I still know everything?
No, that'd be great.
Right.
That would be good. Yeah.
Can I keep with my current personal growth and go back in time?
I have a friend that often brings that up. And he is always bringing that up. Like, he has to, like, every like year or so he brings that up. I don't know, maybe it's around his birthday, like every year he does this conversation with like all of us. Like, that's his conversation. You know it's coming.
And we already touched on it a little bit, but our suture topic this week is imagination. And Deana has a crazy, amazing imagination when it comes to all things crafts, really.
Thanks.
I mean, your ability to like visualize like how something will come out like in the end, like that's so cool. Like,
it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of trial and error though too, you know. That's some of that behind the scenes. You guys should see some of the errors that are out there. I should start posting those. That could make a really funny post. Be like, ooh, fail, win.
Right? And
I feel like this is a TikTok, like charcuterie board, fail, winner. You know, like I feel like that's a TikTok, like right there, fail.
They're waiting to happen. Yeah.
I just made a sound for you. There you go.
I like it.
Too funny. So I have been quite a health journey, and I this last few weeks I've noticed that I feel off. Like, I just don't know how much energy I have anymore. Like, everything was predictable before I had this chronic issue that I knew how to manage, and I could, you know, pace myself. And now I'm like, let's go, because I don't know. And then I'm like, when I'm planning things, I'm like, this is hard to plan. So I'm really excited this week. The group that I work with, they are hosting a water challenge, and it's such a great basic way to reset and relook at like how many spoons am I getting enough water? Am I hydrated? Even a mild dehydration can make you feel fatigued. So like what is going, on with my energy? Like, is it because I actually need water? Like, this is a great chance for me to discover that for myself and to share that, right?
And what hydration feels like to your body, because feeling, we're all actually used to being fairly dehydrated. Because as humans, we just don't drink enough water.
And this idea that only 8 glasses of water is enough is kind of a weird idea for me, because I don't even understand where it came from that was what they think. When everyone else is like half your body weight in ounces, like, well, that doesn't, how much do you think people weigh? like there's like, it doesn't make sense to me. But if you take into account some of the foods that you can eat, so if you wanted to eat your hydration, Loki would like to be part of or Freya would like to be part of things today. But the dogs, they get a little rambunctious. This one's exhausted from being around us. So I thought this was a really fun idea. And in our group, we have a post about it. And if you want to come over there and join us in the hydration challenge, is really cool. Every day we're got some new piece of information about hydration and just, reminding each other and checking in and accountability, all the
it's actually been kind of fun. Yeah, I've been tuning in and joining the conversation. So
some of the foods that you could eat that are like a lot of water, or like lettuce is like 96% water, or like sometimes I'm always like, what is the point of eating lettuce? But if you're thinking about it, like, this is part of my hydration plan, like it's a different way to look at your food, right? So coconut water is 95%, cucumbers 95%, celery is also 95%, zucchini is 94%, tomato 94%, watermelon 92%, cauliflower 92%.
I wouldn't have thought that about cauliflower.
Right.
I would have thought that about cauliflower too. That one kind of caught me too.
Yeah.
And strawberries are like 91%.
Yeah. Well, cauliflower always seems so dry to me.
Right.
That's why that one surprised me.
Oh, interesting.
Like, that feels like a dry vegetable.
It's even on here twice, and it has the same number. That's funny. Somebody probably else didn't believe it either. Right? So when they made it, they're like, right? Like, so, and what that got to me was whole foods, right? Whole foods are going to give you unprocessed foods are going to give you more vitamins and water. And I was like, that's a good reminder. And I thought it was really exciting because yesterday I tried out salad and I had no digestive issues from it. Like, I'm like, what? I could do salad again.
So those of you who don't already know, Heather has gone through a process the last 16 years. She's been fighting an infection in her abdomen and a hernia, and so she had surgery. It's all gone now. She's well on the way.
I had 3 failed repairs.
Yeah,
I had like multiple complications. I can't.
So the fact that she can now eat salad for the first time in 16 years
and not like be running to the bathroom or running to the hospital, like those are the 2 choices. Like, how is this going to go through me? Right?
That's really exciting, right?
It is very exciting. It opens up so many different options of healthy eating for me. So instead of eating the same 5 things.
So those of you who are on your path to wellness yourself, have faith in yourself that things will get better.
Yeah, last year around this time, my friend shared her story. She came to our group and started hanging out with us and learning more about her nutrition. And she had a diabetic wound on her ankle that was a good size. And within just 2 or 3 months, we through nutrition were able to get her healthy enough that it closed up. Like I'm goosebumps. Like
Right.
it's so exciting. Like the people that are just taking back their health and moving forward with these health goals so that they're living a healthier life.
It's
Like,
all part of that self-care.
yeah. Like when I say I want to lose more weight, it's not because I'm like, "Oh, I'm fat," you know, it's like, I just want to be healthy. I want to get to a point where I'm mentally healthy and physically healthy together.
Mhm.
Be exciting. It's
Yes.
happening.
Yes.
It's a
happening.
thing. So the quote of the week: sit in reverie and watch the changing color of the waves that break upon the idle seashore of the mind. Henry Wadsworth Longfellow.
That gives you a lot of things, different things to think about, right? You could take that in many different ways. Some upcoming
Kind of fits right with the water challenge too.
Right?
That wave of water flow into your life.
So some upcoming events we got going on. We're doing Mindset Mondays now at about 11:30 Pacific Standard Time. You know, we kind of same thing. We go live on Facebook. It'll be posted as a podcast later. And we're talking mindset. We're talking about our suture topic of the week. It's a real short 20-minute episode, you guys. So make sure you check that out, as well as our live podcast on Tuesdays at 4 and Wednesdays and Fridays at 9 a.m.
And we would love it if you guys would come and check out what it means to be a Patreon member with us. You could just buy us a coffee or become a monthly subscriber. It's a pretty cool little program. So if you're enjoying our content and you want to support us, that's one way you could do it.
Right. Our cause of the quarter is now networking. They work with local women. They follow them through high school and college into careers and help tutor, mentor, and support women who have faced adversity. And it's a really great program here locally. And we'd love for you to check them out. Their links are in the description or the comments below. And
buy a ticket to the gala.
Yeah,
On
the
March
gala,
31st.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to end the quarter with a party.
Mhm.
You might as well
Absolutely.
come to the gala. I'm very excited about
Dina,
it.
I'm
you know,
doing,
Rayanne knows how to throw a party.
she does. I'm actually doing a piece for the silent auction there also.
Right.
So there'll be a
Excellent.
big basket
So
of
come
goodness
bid-
from us there.
Bid on your silent auction items. Oh, that's
Yes, I
exciting.
love that.
So
Yeah,
Dana,
and she
thank
does
you.
know how to throw a party.
She
That's
really
for
does.
sure.
It'll
She
be
does.
super fun. You should definitely join us.
Dana, thank you so much for joining
Yeah,
us
thank
today.
you for having me. Thank you
Love
so much for
having
having
you.
me.
And we'll be having you back soon. So
Oh,
they'll be
anytime.
back.
I'd love it.
To our listeners, we're looking forward to continuing to connect and build more relationships with more community leaders. Thank you so much for tuning in and listening and supporting us. We really do appreciate it.
Thank you, woman and leader, for listening and being with us today. And join us next time.
Namaste.